Okay, we've picked up some more BRIO, so let's take a look at what we've got for us today. So, first thing, we've got a T-junction for the road. So, road, difficult to get hold of now. So I managed to pick one of these up, and it's in really good condition as well, actually. There's a couple of sets in here, as well as some new trains, some extra track. So we'll dig through it all, and then I'll try and piece it all together to show you exactly what it is that we've got. So, red bridge. Now this is from one of the sets. Let me know in the comments if you know what set this is from already, just from that piece. Now this piece, for those of you who watched our wish list, will know this is an item that we've been looking for quite some time, which is the BRIO police boat. Again, discontinued, really hard to find. Obviously need some batteries, which go in the back there, and then it'll obviously make some sounds, and looks like it's got lights as well. So really happy to have found that, and I know a certain little person that will also be happy that we found that piece. And this is a blue version of the small crane that we already have. This also is from a different set. We've got these grey rock supports. Now, interestingly, these ones have these little guides inside them here, which I think allow the track to sort of lock in place a bit more securely than the sort of non-versions. We'll take a closer look at that later. But 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And we have these two also red supports. If you remember the monorail set, you'll recognise these supports from that. Just this time, obviously, with this sort of white detail. I think it's probably meant to be snow, perhaps. That'll be a clue. Then track-wise, a couple of ascending straights, some more large bends. More large bends, even more. 2, 3 medium straights there. Some small straights here. Small curves, should I say. Try and pull all this track out. We can look at some of the other bits that we've got. Small curves, another one, and I think that is all of the curves. Excellent. So next up is this cave in green. Now I'm pretty sure that goes over the top of that one, so that might give you a clue on that, as we also have one of these curved track pieces also. Next, we have this, which is part of the Smart Tech lineup with the animals in it. So it's like a hay barn, switch at the top there. So I have to test that out in a little bit as well. Let's get the last bits of track, and we can have a look at all the different trains that we have. So we've got a crossing, but with red barriers. Now again, those of you that know, the red barriers only came in certain themed sets, so that might be a clue. We've also got two of these, which obviously go with that as well. Right, let's have a look at some of the bits that we have in here then. So, first off, we've got a bad guy figure, along with another policeman. We have this police train, which should open, yeah. reveal the engine. So that's train's been well used in lots of different sets, but that's a specific police themed one, as is this wagon. So this, they drop down and that goes with that. Hold some of these bits in. That is an interesting piece. I'm pretty sure that's a rock style buffer. I think goes sort of on the end of that. Could be a clue, as are these Nordic animals. So we've got a warthog there. We have a bear. A little bit of pencil mark on it. So say, as with most of our sets when we do these bundles, they're always second hand. And then a moose. We also have a giraffe. And I believe that is the wagon that the giraffe comes in the set. All the sets that we've got here, as and when we do them, we'll put them on the screen down here to show you what the set numbers are, so you can look them up. And any of the sets that you can still get, we'll link in the description below. We've got a sign here, which is, see, for the moose. We have this building, which I'm assuming these two pieces would have been separate at some point, but they're attached together now. Looks like it was glued onto a board, so this was sort of on its own when we picked this up, wasn't with any other bits. So it'd be interesting, obviously, with the logo and the style of it. It's obviously an older set, so if anyone knows what set this is from, let us know in the comments below on that one. We have a blue version of the travel train, which was something that we haven't had up until this point. So that's a nice addition for us, and a driver to go with. And tell you what, let's pull the rest of these bits out, get rid of this box, and we'll have a closer look at everything else. Right then, so we'll start with one of the lights. So these, you press this button, and the lights come on. That's set. Illuminate your lights, your sets at night. Then we have, I believe, these two and this bit. Now, if you watched our video just recently on sets that you can buy under £30, this is actually from the Little Forest Railway set. And while we already owned those two pieces, this piece we didn't. So that now allows us to complete that set. And these are all individual pieces, which on this elastic hold it all together. So that gives us another set that we can build, and I'm guessing actually I think two of those straights and probably some of those curves make that Little Forest set. These were interesting. This is like a classic train, same as the train that came in the 65th anniversary set. These were the themed versions, so I think they did 5 or 6 of these styles, but we have this one here, which is sort of a bit like a pirate theme. Quite a nice train. And then this one here, which is a bit more, I guess, so robotic, looking at it. The silver and the blue, all the circuitry on it. So again, that's some new pieces that we don't already own. This one will please some people. Whenever we ask for recommendations on new sets and new trains, people always ask us to get more Thomas and Friends BRIO. So here we are, a new Thomas and Friends BRIO. Now, I'm probably going to upset some people because I actually don't know which engine this is. If I was guessing, I would have said it was diesel, but that's based on probably 30-year-old knowledge of Thomas and Friends. So again, correct me in the comments as to what this train is and leave a timestamp so I know which one that is. We have this is a carriage like the travel train, This, I believe, is from the newer Smart Tech train. It doesn't look like we've got that train, so we've just got a spare or extra carriage. So if and when we pick that train up in the future, we'll have an extra carriage for it. This engine is from the farm set. Again, I'm not sure what this one does in relation to what we have here, whether this is part of anything else or just an extra one, but that's an extra one of those engines there. Likewise, we have this, we have this red engine, and again, not too sure what the engine wagon. It's a drop down side. Don't believe that is, again, oh, this actually could well be from the Nordic Animals set, thinking about it. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen so that we can confirm that. But that could well be from that set now, thinking about it. And then we have the Safari train. Now, we already owned this train, but what we didn't own were the two wagons that come with it, green and red. And when you open these covers, two animals pop up. So you've got the zebra and the giraffe. And the nice thing with this is that when it's passing under a bridge, I believe if it's on track, the animal with its head up would hit it. When you slide that, it allows it to pass. So that was always a set that we'd seen. I believe it is still current, and that's the train that comes with it. So that's the Safari train. The gold, I believe, came with this set. And then we've just got two figures here. So we have this green figure, which we will look up exactly which set this came from. I'm sure that does come from a set. We also have this figure. Now, it is BRIO, but the face does look different. This is from, I think BRIO referred to this era as the UNICEF era. So it's sort of pre the current generation of figure, but post the last gen figures. So, for example, if we have a look here, you've got this generation. And then I believe we went to this generation before then moving to the current generation, which is that one. So that's sort of the three generations of head. And then lastly, then we have this tree, which I believe came with that little forest set, and the bell wagon, which again was a sort of classic wagon that we didn't own. And as the train goes along, it rings the bell. These little arms move back and forwards and hit that bell. Oh, obviously this, lastly, is the high-speed train. There. So I'll sort of see this here. Battery compartment. So we've got a button on the top. So that plays a nice sound. And it's three separate pieces. So again, more like a classic BRIO train, that one. Like some of the older series from the Trains of the World, Eurostar, Intercity, Santa Fe, etc. So that's another one of those trains that we also don't own. So yeah, good haul, I think, overall. So some new pieces that we don't own, and some new trains that we don't own, and a couple of sets in here too. So let's pause there and build some of the sets. We'll look up exactly how they go, and we'll show you exactly what we have. Okay, so there we have it. That is the haul of September. All the bits that we've picked up. It's probably over summer, I would suggest. Three main sets. We've got the Nordic animal set, which is the 33988. That's this one here. Then this one here is the police transport set, the 33812. We've got the little forest set, 33042. It looks like the only thing we're missing on that set is one more of the trees. It was a darker tree. Then we have here, this is the Smart Tech Animal Barn, the 33936. We've got a spare bridge, doesn't seem to be included in any of these sets, so an extra one of those. This building that we haven't as yet found out what that is, hopefully someone can let us know. Then moving over here to these other pieces, we've got the T-junction road, which is the 33211. The light, which is this one, which is the 33836. We have the giraffe and wagon, which was the 33724. Police boat, or 33820. The bell wagon, 33729. Safari train, which was the 33722. The high speed train, which is the 33748. So this was most likely the BRIO 33506 battery powered travel train, which would have had an extra carriage on the front, which would have had the battery in it. Then looking at the figures, obviously we've got these extra two figures here. Pretty sure this one is actually from the BRIO Zoo set. So that was one of the sets that we had on our wish list for this year. So haven't actually got the set, but essentially we've got the figure from the set. And then this guy has been in several different sets. So that's a spare one of those. I think it's new to us though. Looking through our box of figures, I don't believe we have him yet, so that could well be a new addition for us as well. So, oh, one thing also on this with the Smart Tech crane, it should have come with two pieces of hay. That seems to be missing, so we didn't have that. There also would have been a red wagon that would have come with it, which was in this style. So that also is not included. We'll probably do like an individual set review on the Nordic Animal and the police transport set. And we might do a short on the hay barn, the Smart Tech one, to test that out as well. So if you're not already, subscribe to the channel and stick around to see what we're coming next. Thanks for watching.